Happy Saturday. Well, it's getting on, late afternoon now. Was sunny earlier, but cold. Now it's sort of duller and colder. And to make matters worse, I have still got that flipping bug or whatever. I had a couple of days back, and my voice is getting deeper. So, yeah. Sorry if I have to do some coughing and that. But what I do today is, 2 days ago I mentioned the onions and sugar. So that's what it's about today, the onions and sugar. And it's a recipe that I came across 2, maybe 3 years ago. A Native American, and I was looking for something for sore throats and that. And just to recap, it's for sore throat, bit chesty, take a spoon or 2 of it, whatever. Good alternative to the medicines that you buy that got all the chemicals in and you can only have so much at certain times. This you can have whenever. Good for kids, and even though it's onions, it's not that bad. So the recap on it was, jar, if you can get an onion that size and it's the size of the jar, great, buy a couple of those, thick slices, about 1/4 inch or some odd, and then the jar, something like 1/2 inch or so of granulated sugar, onion, sugar, onion, fill it up wherever you want to. If you haven't got big onions, sounds bad, doesn't it? Sounds bloody bad. I can still laugh. But I used onions that size because I just happened to have a load of onions that size. So peel them, slice them up, sugar, make a good layer of onion, sugar, onion, as. So what I'm going to do is, I should have been doing this yesterday, but I really didn't feel like it yesterday, so I thought I'd do it today. But it'll show you what it looked like around about 5 o'clock in the day when I first made it. Then it will show you, I think, later in the day, and then definitely yesterday. Excuse me. So I'll show you that. Now that's what it looks like after those hours. You see the sugar starting to break down with the moisture in the onion and etc. And you start to get that syrup. Well, with the next day now from that, and yeah, 4 o'clock. So we're nearly more or less 2 days on now. And this is what it looks like. If you remember the first picture, there was layers, onions, and you could just see the layers, but this is what it looks like now. There's very wet sugar down the bottom. Top, it's left all the onions at the top in the syrup. So if you have a look there, if I do that, now that's the stuff that you want to take on a spoon. I would hazard a guess, I never thought about it before, but having a spoonful of the onions and having a good old chew is probably pretty good. Right, and this is very good for kids apparently. Very good for kids, no chemicals or anything. around before the chemical versions come along. Now I'm not one of these into alternative medicines and all that sort of thing, but when I come across certain ones, I'm quite happy with them because I know they're forerunners of the chemical version. And so here's a spoon, and I'll show you the syrup. I get a good spoonful, and that's what it's looking like now, with onion. So yeah, it smells of onion, but it's not as potent as when you first put the onion in. I think most people, kids, would be okay with this. Nice big spoonful. Sweet, syrupy. It has got, there is that onion flavour in it, but it's not that I'll kick your backside onion sort of thing. So I'm going to have another spoon. And yes, same spoon went in the jar. But there's only me here, so it's only me taking it. If you're a couple or a family, use a spoon. If you've got another spoonful, use another spoon. Don't keep infecting each other. But yeah, when it's like that, 3, 4, maybe 5 days, should be using a hell of a lot of that up by then. And then if you've got any left, start again, make a new one. Anyway, that's it, quick, short. If you want something to ease your throat, ease your chest a little bit, no chemicals, all the goodness of onions and sugar, and onions, just look onions up. There's so much that onions do for you. So make a jar of this. Okay. And with that, no, same colour, but it's not the Reaper. I'm not that freaking stupid. Actually, I was drinking it, but with a sore throat and chesty thing, it's not the greatest idea, to be honest. I can drink it, but I thought maybe not best. So this is the tomato and basil. So let's see how this goes. It's very nice, very tasty, very tomatoey, very basil-y. For you Americans watching, it's very basil-y. It's freaking basil. Basil, tomato and basil. Freaking basil. Talk English. On that note, I'm going to bugger off. This was just something totally different to help anybody. If you want to have a go at that, if you feel like that, give it a blooming go. Here's to you. Have fun.